You can always add more to a painting, but you need to realize that the painting's already been done.
Like, at what day and moment was I was just like, I'm not doing this anymore?
Right.
I wish I could go back and kick that son of a bitch in the dick.
Whatever somebody's going through, even like even the little things are things that like progressively get bigger. Like there's ways around it. There's ways to like go through it. There really is.
Everything has a consequence. Everything changes with every decision that you make.
This is Me versus Me.
The scale for all the sound. Look at, you see how fucking thick it was?
Oh, man.
And then it goes back down to normal.
That is very thick.
Oh, shit. You can only see him, Dusty? You can't see me? Can you hear us? Well, that's not good.
Do you just want to go back to the other way?
Dusty, I can't look at pictures right now. Anyway, we're fucking...
We can go back to the other way that we had last time. I'll go live on my end and you go live on your end.
That's fine.
If that works better.
Yeah, that's fine.
I didn't want to be on yours anyway. Let's see.
We'll see. We'll figure it out.
It's got to be a way. Let's see.
Yeah, like just like in light of everything that we were just talking about, you know, how fucking difficult it is to like do your thing these days. I wanted to tell you a little bit more about kind of one of the mental struggles that's been encroaching in my fucking dome lately. And it's kind of embarrassing, I'm not going to lie. It kind of hurts my pride to admit shit like this, but I'm going to.
I mean, it's...
But like, we're all cut from different cloths, right? We were raised in different ways. Everybody has a different fucking story. Everybody has an individual story. I'm just like, one of the struggles, and it's not like it's actually been a real thought in my mind, but one of the struggles that I have in my brain is I remember how easy it was to make dirty money.
Oh.
And to like do your thing that way. You know, I grew up surviving, and I'm not going to get into detail as to what that means, but like a lot of fucking bad choices were made when I was younger, you know, just trying to fucking survive and trying to figure out my way through this life the way I had to.
Yeah.
And I'm like so exhausted by trying to do things correctly and legit that it crosses my mind. I'm like, fuck, man, would it just be easy if I could just turn that page and go back to the way it was? But luckily, being as old as I am now and wise enough to know that shit will catch up with me if I do it again.
There's the easy money, but there's also that consequences that comes with it, you know? So
Yeah, and there's lots of consequences.
that's one of the things you probably had to, you know, you could make easy money back then, right? So, but you never really, did you think about the consequences? What happens if you get, you know?
I didn't then.
So now that you're a little older, and now you're like, okay, you know what?
Yeah.
I have a little bit more responsibilities. I have a child.
Yep.
You know, I got an apartment.
I'm smart enough to know that no matter how long it takes, there will be consequences. And that's the thing is like, I have to be honest again. I would be lying if I said that I still didn't wonder if things were ever going to catch up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can't help but ever wonder like how close or how lucky or whatever the case may be or what line I did or didn't cross, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know why it's just been recently in my head, but things are just it's so fucking hard to make progress in a world that is seemingly constantly against us. And
Have you ever thought about maybe changing your mentality as like, okay, it's hard, but you're grateful for it? And then, so meaning that maybe by saying it's hard, maybe you said, okay, it's an obstacle that I need to jump over it and it's going to get better.
well, now in the midst of all this, it's really just more so reflection. It doesn't necessarily change kind of what I'm doing or what path I'm on.
Yeah.
So it's just been a recent like gear turning in my head, but it's not like anything realistic to where I'm like actually considering fucking anything negative.
Yeah.
It's just been, you know, I have no true intention or direction of quitting anything legitimate that I'm doing. I'm not going to stop making progress.
Yeah.
I'm going to make sacrifices to do better, which is going to be steps back.
And that's where you have to make sacrifices.
And that motherfucker that's like one of the hardest things I've had to come to realize. You want to talk about letting your pride go? There's things that I'm fixing to do to make sure my long term is better that are really fucking hurting my soul because of my pride, because of everything that I have accomplished. Taking steps back now seems like the world is ending in my head.
Yeah.
You know, it feels like you're fucking chopping
But
your legs
remember,
off.
it's all in your head.
It's all in my
But
head.
everything else around you, it's going through time, but that's where we kind of mentally mess ourselves up because we overthink it, and by you overthinking and procrastinating about what you want to do next or whatever's going on, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're stopping from getting to that next level in life.
Yeah.
But you're gonna have to go through those struggles, but then those sacrifices too. So it's important for you to say, you know what, like, hey, you know what, I'm grateful I'm going through this because I'm growing.
Yeah.
You know.
And I've found a lot of power, and I think actually you were just showing me pictures too. I've found a lot of power in my surroundings. You know, I've come to realize no matter how fucking big and bad and strong I think I am, me surrounding myself by people who don't have the same mind as me
Yeah.
will fucking anchor you, whether you realize it or not. And it's taken me, like I've told you this a million times, but it's taken me up until this point in my life to fucking realize that there's power in having people behind you, supporting you. And I've leaned on them pretty fucking hard recently because that's something that I've realized that I really fucking need.
Yeah.
I really need that. And that's what's keeping me on the straight and narrow, you know? So, and you've been a part of that. Thank you for that.
No, you're welcome, man.
But, yeah, it's just, I think it's just another chapter I'm kind of going through growing up.
Hey, it's just like what the podcast says, me versus me.
Yeah, exactly.
It's awesome that you have that support with your friends and maybe even family.
Mhm.
But at the end, it's just you versus you.
It really
You're
is.
looking at that mirror and you're like, all right, I gotta beat you today.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
It's literally
exactly.
like that. As for me, every time I get up in the morning, like I have to be at the gym at 5 a.m. So I get up at 3:30, 4 o'clock.
Mhm.
You know, and I'm like, you know, when I first started, I mean, I was aches and pains everywhere. I'm starting to lift heavy again, or just lifting, you know, in general. But you're like, oh man, and then you know, it's so much easier just to go back to bed, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like, but,
Yeah.
but I told myself that I need to fix myself. I need to get healthier, not just for me, but for my son, and then for everybody else in my life,
Mm-hmm.
because I want to be around for a longer time, right? So I have to sacrifice some things. I'm grateful for this. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for all the pain I've been through this year, and I've been through some really dark places this year, and I really never told anybody, but it's just been really, really dark moments in my head, and not in life, but you know, like I said, I had that breakup with my son's mother. We were together almost 10 years,
Mhm.
you know, and I don't know, it just, you know, it's gone.
Now you're
right?
expected to adapt to.
Now I'm like, okay, I had all this time to hang out with them and everything, and now I was like, it's like, what do I do with my hands? You know, I got nothing else to do.
Yeah.
So now I have to readjust everything in my mind and around me to, okay, now I got to figure out some stuff. You know, now I got to do this. Now now I have to work on myself. You know, I have to push myself.
Have to, yeah.
I have to. Like I actually, before coming here, I made a little video on my phone because I want to be more active on social media, posting my journey about me losing weight, you know, and
Mhm.
that's going to make me feel more accountable. And like I said, it's me versus me, you know, it's, you're fighting yourself. You're trying to be better than yourself, you know, from the day before, be better than that guy, you know.
Touching on part of what you just said as a little sidestep, man, I got to tell you, over the years, one of the things that I've not intentionally done to myself, but dude, finding connections in people that you're close with or that you are trying to be close with, and then watching them walk away, it's like the pieces that it takes from you is again something that I don't think a lot of people realize, and this is one of the things. This is one of the things that's like long-term damage, you know, and it all caught up, for sure caught up, and it's never gonna not hurt. And I don't give a fuck who you are. The pieces that it takes from you are real, and it makes you reflect a lot. Each time it gets worse and worse too. Like it doesn't ever feel better. Your choices don't ever feel better about it, and
Pretty much what you have to do is, you know, do that little stitch in your heart. Cool. Patch it up. Move on.
I found a lot of value in just, you know, it used to be, everybody always wants to cause drama out of these kinds of situations, and it's just, I have no interest in, for one, I fucking already don't like making somebody that I loved, and I'm talking about platonic relationships, friends, relationships, anything. I love people, and I want to love people, and I have no interest already in making you a stranger again. So the fact that we already have to go down that road is bad enough for me. I'm not going to involve any anger in it. I don't want to be angry anymore. It's already taking pieces from me. And, you know, making the conscious choice for me to just be as easy as possible to let this heal.
Like I said earlier, it's emotional intelligence.
Yeah, and you're right. And I had a question about that. What do you feel about, like, I don't like blaming it on age, but I kind of, like, you get to a point, you grow into a certain development point. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, you can only work with what you have until you develop the skills. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And it's fucked up to blame it on that, but I feel like I finally got to a place where I was developed enough to start making these conscious fucking choices. Thank God.
Us as men, we take a little bit more time to mature.
I've realized that.
But also, too, I mean, I know guys our age that are idiots.
Yeah.
You know, and not saying I'm the smartest person on the planet and stuff like that, but a lot of guys, it takes a while to mature mentally, you know. I mean, guys are never going to mature mentally because, you know, when we get a bunch of guys together, we're going to do stupid things, right?
A bunch of Neanderthals just running around.
You know? But when it comes down to the emotional intelligence, it does take a while. Sometimes it's faster for some people than others. Like, I mean, like, I know people in their 50s, 60s that they're not there, you know? It's just maybe the way they have gone through life, not really, you know, trying to grow as a person, you know?
I can't just, I know I talk a lot about, like, making the choice, right? You know, say you have to be disciplined and you have to make the choice. And that's where I'm kind of drawing that line is, like, yeah, maybe you're not emotionally developed yet, but yeah, you can also really grind yourself down to that discipline if you fucking need to. You can spend some time. You have to make the choices to be who you need to be or to be who you want to be.
Yeah.
And one thing that's really unfortunate is that some people just simply don't make that choice, and they don't care to make that choice, which I think is a front anyway. Personally, I think anybody who makes the choice to try not to care you're fucking full of shit, because that's not how we work as humans. It's just my opinion.
Yeah, I mean...
But it breaks my heart, really, that some people choose not to acknowledge that part. You know, you say, people 50 or 60, and I'm like, you're old. You're fucking way old enough to know better.
Oh, I'll tell you, I have an uncle. He's 40... I'm 39. He's 46, 47. Not there, man.
And I think it kind of, to take it a step further, I think it kind of falls under our responsibility as men to fucking hold yourself a little bit more accountable, to be that quality of a person. You know, that's I don't know how you feel about that, but like, we're supposed to be
the, I said alpha or whatever other stuff, but we are gonna take charge.
You're a leader.
Know? We can't be weak and be simps and just say yes, you know, and be crying on the corner, you know. You know, I mean, it sucks when you do get your heart broken. It's like that, and you're like, fuck. You know?
But take your time.
Take your time.
Take your digs. Heal.
Heal. That's the most important part is heal, because you jump to another relationship, you're not 100% healed. You're gonna ruin that relationship even worse. And you might break up that person's heart, break that person's heart even worse than your heart that was broken, right?
Or you're gonna start spitting advice because you're hurt and you're angry. You start giving other people advice that's gonna reflect the way you feel. Guess what? You're gonna drag them down too. Nah, you gotta do better than that.
So that's why it's very important to listen to things, read things. My reading this year kind of went down the drain. I really didn't read a lot, but I listened to a lot of podcasts, a lot of videos where, by taking that responsibility, okay, I messed up. What do I need to do to fix it, right?
Yep.
Like some stuff for myself, like okay, I need to change my physical appearance because I know when I do that, my emotional, everything else, spiritual and mentally, I'll be better.
Right.
I'll be all in sync together.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where it's lacking, is that I have my physical and my mentally, they're not there, but maybe spiritually I'm almost there.
See, I like the way you put that, dude, because most people would be like, well, if I was in better shape, I'd be hotter and I could get, it's all about sex to that mentality.
I've been there,
but
I wasn't happy.
No.
Yeah, I hate to say it, I was not to say I was being passed around, but
no.
It's one of those things that you realize I wasn't happy. I was never a jerk, I never was like, oh cool, next.
Mm-hmm.
I was nice to them, say, hey, you know what, this is what I want, this is what I really want,
Mm-hmm.
do you want to do the same, And then if they say yeah, and then my problem is that I would be really nice, and of course I'm always a nice guy, but nice guys don't always finish, first, but I always treat people with respect, and they end up falling in love with the girl, and I was like, wait a minute, I don't need this right now. I'm not 100% there, So, it's you have to be 100% good with yourself.
You have to show up for you.
You have to show up for yourself.
Yeah, and that's
in order for anything else to work in your life, you have to show up for yourself.
It's
and that's
really
where
important.
something I've been learning a lot lately, especially in the last couple of months, and not just from me, but learning from entrepreneurs and business people. Like this, I forgot this guy. I think it was I don't know if it was Ed Milet or this other guy named what was his name? It was an entrepreneur, but he owns a lot of the Fit Body camps, something like that. They do like they're like CrossFit gyms, and he said, as a man, you need to make sure you're good physically, because we have to go through the rough stuff. We have to put ourselves through it's either a workout or a job that puts us through a physical torture in order to feel. For me, I don't know how you feel, but if I don't do something difficult, if it's either lifting weights or doing a crazy hike or like a hard job, I'm not happy. Like I don't feel accomplished. Like I feel like I need to do something hard. Like because I look back in my life and I'm like, oh, I've done martial arts. That was difficult as crap. I done CrossFit. I done bodybuilding, like workouts and stuff with trainers and stuff. That was intense.
Yeah.
And then I've done all the little stuff here and there, and like I want to do difficult stuff. And I feel good when I do the difficult stuff.
Interesting contrast. I've spent a pretty good majority of my working life doing physical jobs, so I appreciate what you're saying. I just don't have the same, I've been stuck doing the bullshit.
Yeah.
But
so on your end might be something different than that you need.
Well, I kind of fuck with what you're saying, just in a different way. And for me, it's like in my life, if I'm content in my life and I'm not doing anything that stretches me a little bit, then that means to me that there's no progress being made.
Yes,
I
feel the same way.
I'm not sitting idle. Sitting idle means that things are going to stay the same, and I don't know anything about that. I never have, because I've been forced to make my own way and survive my own way. So if I'm sitting idle, that means nothing's going to get better.
I think on my end, my parents gave me a very comfortable life, and that's where I I realized, shit, you know, that's kind of messed me up a bit. You
Yeah.
know, that very comfortable. I think that's why I'm craving the
tough.
the little extra
Uh-huh.
craziness. And
It,
shit like
it
that.
totally makes fucking
And
sense.
that makes sense because I realized not that long ago. I realized I was like, oh shit, no wonder like I crave, you know, certain things that people don't want to do because it's difficult.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
And being comfortable for me, it's messed me up big time. Comfort is a disease. For me, it is. I don't know how you feel about being comfortable.
I don't
but
like it.
I don't like it.
I'm uncomfortable when I'm
I don't
comfortable.
like it, man. It drives me freaking nuts. And in the last couple of years, I had a very comfortable life,
Mm.
super comfortable, bro. Like, and I realized, like, shit, like, no wonder I'm all messed up right now. Like, cause I had a very comfortable life. I had everything I wanted. You know, like, I manifested all the stuff that I wanted. I wanted to have like less bills, less, you know,
Mhm.
mortgage paid off, and all that stuff. Like, I wanted all the car paid off, like, and I was so comfortable. And I realized, like, now I realize, oh no, I need to.
Oh no.
I need to be doing something that is gonna push me to go to the next level of life.
That's
You know.
and I think it's not even like something. I mean, obviously you opened your eyes to it, but to the people who get dealt that card, it's like it's not even something that you can just like blatantly. It's their life. You know, your rose-colored glasses are not your fault. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like that's how you see reality. And for me to, if I were to be like, oh, you live a fucking comfortable life, you don't know what it's like on the other side, that would be a statement that would probably just piss you off.
Yeah.
It means no logic because you don't know, because you fucking literally just don't know.
Like, I mean, a comfortable life for me, like, I didn't have to worry about, you know, rent.
Yeah.
You know, like paying rent on time.
Mm-hmm.
Because my parents, they always work, both of them.
Mhm.
You know, and I never worry on that end, right? And like, or maybe I didn't have the brand shoes or the brand, all that stuff. Or maybe I didn't have that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I always had food always had food. I always had food in the refrigerator and in the kitchen, but that was my comfort, right? I never really had to worry about, you know, oh shit, we're gonna get evicted today. You know, I don't know how that feels,
Right.
Because I didn't experience that growing up.
And that's my point. Is like you simply just you can't have. I don't even know how to fucking word it. You just didn't know.
Yeah.
You just didn't know.
Yeah, I just didn't know.
And
you
that's
know?
that's the fucked up part.
And maybe we were, but my parents never told me that.
Right.
You know, because I mean, I do remember living and then when I was a kid in an apartment with like 5 other family members. You know,
Mhm.
there were 6 family members, and then slowly moving out, but we still live with family, and then eventually we ended up at our own townhouse, and then from there our own house, and then have a family live with us, and so I do remember all that stuff. You know. But maybe my parents didn't ever want to tell me because they didn't want us, I mean, of course, a kid to worry about what's going on, right?
Yeah.
So that's something that I've never experienced.
And this is a tap dance too. Now that I have my son, and he's almost 10, I'm trying to tap dance around how to approach what I want him to see, right? Because I want to give him fucking everything, so he doesn't have to see anything that I saw, right? That's what I fucking want. In a perfect world, that's how it would go. But the result that I'm going to get from that could be potentially just as fucked up. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I am who I am, and I can do what I can do because of what I went through. Now, if he doesn't have to go through fucking anything and he lives this cushy life, then yeah, it's dope. I'm grateful that he didn't have to suffer anything. But what am I really building, you know? I want for him to see the results of hard work, and I want for him to see the correct things that are necessary, but I'm still fucking young. I don't know what that means entirely yet. So it's a tap dance for me.
Yeah.
So it's kind of it's a fucked up, man. Like no matter what you do, there's gonna be a crazy outcome no matter which way you go about this.
Oh yeah.
You know, and that's the overall fucking messed
Yeah,
up part.
like I said, like I had a comfortable life, but also on the weekends I'll go and Dad work with his, you know,
There's-
his job, you know.
There's strengths that you probably have because of that I don't fucking have. You know,
Yeah.
opposite everything. There's goods and bads. So
Yeah.
it's not all bad.
I think sometimes we, like I said earlier, like we twist it in our minds, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
And then like even something's not bad, but you're like, oh man, it's horrible, you know. Like you start telling yourself that, and it's like, oh, shut up, like it's not that bad,
Everything has an end,
you know.
and it's not that bad.
If you look at it in the bigger picture, like worldwide, it's like, okay, cool, I got my heart broken, but they just killed 7,000 Christians in Nigeria.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh shit, okay, that's bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I need to go take a walk, you know, or watch a Fast and the Furious movie to get you all pumped up, you know, and something like that. Right?
No, I mean, yeah. All things considered, there's always somebody that has it worse,
A lot worse, man. Like,
and that's the reality of it.
I mean, I have some friends that are going through some divorces here and there, and they've been, you know, in a relationship for a very long time, and I was like, fuck, man, like, that's rough, you know. And then I just had my parents celebrate their 40-year anniversary, you know, and I was like, damn, that's crazy, 40 years married, you know. I seen their good and their bad,
That's amazing.
and I was like, wow. Seen a lot of good times and a lot of bad times, you know, with them, you know.
A lot, dude.
And that's how. And one of the things I learned from them is like communication.
Yeah.
You know, even if it's telling you f off, it's communication. You know.
Yeah.
But that's how they have grown together. They're best friends. You know. If either family, like you said, my dad's sisters or dad's family or my mom's family, they're talking their shit. Like sometimes they do. Like I always tell my mom, F them. The only people that matter are the people who are really close to you, you know, and that's work for us, you know, and that usually works for a lot of people because a lot of people on the outside are throwing in or saying stuff that doesn't matter.
Toxic,
Just toxic shit.
Yeah.
You know? That's why I've never been to California. Like I'm from San Jose, but I mean, last time I was there was just the beginning of the year, and then prior to that it was like 7-8 years, or no, longer than that, probably 11 years because I just don't want to be involved in a lot of toxic stuff, you know.
Man, I've developed this habit when I'm around people or circumstances that I don't want to hear, just because I don't want to be a part of it or whatever the case may be. I don't like listening to negative shit. I'm just trying to get away from it. You know, it's not a part of who I am. It's not a part of how I think or feel. My concern, however, is how often I find myself removing myself. I'm like, am I fucking like being too much of a pussy here, or whatever the case? Because there's a lot of shit being spewed constantly, man. And maybe it's just because of my line of work, because I'm always around fucking just masculinity and men, and I have been for most of my fucking life. Because I get tired of hearing their bullshit. I don't know if you've ever been around a group of fucking blue collar dudes. Yeah, that shit they all find I'm not into it, dude. I'm not a shit talking kind of guy. I'm just fucking not. It's not useful to me. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to be part
I've
of it.
been around those guys, and then I start talking more shit than them, and they get mad at me.
Yeah.
Like,
All of a sudden, I'm the asshole.
I'm like, oh, okay, I'm the okay.
So I find myself removing myself more often than not.
And sometimes you need to, man, because you get just hearing that constantly.
Yeah.
I mean, I worked in automotive shops. You know how it goes. It's
the same fucking
and
shit.
I work with nothing but rednecks, and so I was only Hispanic, and you know how that goes.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I didn't let myself, put down. I fought back, and then eventually they got mad at me, and I was like, "Hey, you guys are throwing all the racial slurs, so I'm just defending myself, you know." But you're the ones who get mad, But and also worked in a warehouse with a bunch of welders, and ex-military, biker. 2 ex-military guys, and then there was a biker guy, and
It's constantly fuck this, fuck that.
yeah,
fuck you.
you know what? The funny thing is that they were like, I was always the quiet one because I was like assembling parts and stuff like that, and I was always the quiet one.
Mm-hmm.
And they started bringing me into their conversations and started like joking around and stuff like that, and I was like, and I warned them like, you guys sure about this?
Really want to do
I was
this?
like, you want to do this? All right, cool. And then I started going at it, and they're like, and then it was actually a good friend of mine. He was my manager. He was like, you need to cut it down a little bit. These guys are getting mad. I was like, bro, they're the ones that started it.
Isn't that what we're doing here?
It's like, I thought this was America.
Yeah, but it's almost like I just got to a point where, dude, I started overflowing with just negative shit, and I got to a point where I was like, I just don't want to hear it anymore, man.
And when you get like that, it's because you just literally tired of it.
I've heard it all. I'm like, I don't care. It's you. Like I said, and I've told a million people this too, and people look at me stupid when I say this. But I'm like, if you're not gonna say something useful to me, dude, then I don't want to talk to you. Honest to God, I'm not even trying to be mean, but this is not useful to me.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm good on the shit talking. I don't.
You know what? And the funny thing is,
No habla, dickhead.
and usually the funny thing is usually dudes are older than you. They're like complaining or talking crap, and you're like, dude, like, how old are you?
Well,
like,
also too, I'm a big observer. I observe a lot when I'm in social settings and crowds and shit, or at work. And one thing I fucking picked up on that irritates the shit out of me, dude, is every single one of these guys on an individual basis, great conversation, great communicator, normal conversation. Boy, as soon as we're all sitting together, they got to be the cool guy. And I fucking cannot stand when people do that shit. I cannot stand when people got to be cool.
There's females around.
Yeah.
And then the monkey inside of us start coming up.
As soon as females walk up, I got to tear your ass down to make sure she knows I'm cool. I fucking can't stand it, dude. And I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Oh, I had a friend like that. He was like that right after high school. We used to party together. And he was like that all the time. And it was like, one time I just wanted to grab and throw him outside the window. It was like, and I looked at one of my buddies and was like, hey, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? Like,
yeah. And see, I'm naive sometimes. I like to think that, well, he was just talking shit to me yesterday, but now I'm sitting here having a one-on-one and he's cool now. So in my fucking retarded ass little heart, I'm like, oh, so we're good, we're cool, you know? And I think that I can have a normal conversation with you in a group setting, and then all of a sudden it flips on me again. And now I'm the idiot because I fucking opened up the door. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I got tired of putting myself out there like that. And I know that sounds really stupid, but it's just annoying and it's over.
yeah.
I don't have use for that kind of shit in my life. I just don't.
You just have to walk away, man.
Yeah, it's not even like I'm like angry or anything. Like I said, it's just banter that I don't care about.
You don't want to hear about their BS in the situation. Let's see who's on. I got people watching.
Ooh.
What's up, man? Yo, what's up, Jimmy? Felipe. Oh, Felipe, what's up, man? I haven't seen you in a while.
Terry, I have worked in the trades, and that's when I got fucking tired of it.
La Ruby, what's up, cousin?
I'm good, thank you.
Andres, ¿qué onda, bro?
Yeah, man, emotional intelligence and emotional developing is fucking... That's been a roller coaster in and of itself, dude. And I didn't know. Like you said, we're men. We develop a little bit later.
Yeah.
I really wish
Can I
it
tell
would
you
have...
something? Never do that again. What you just did with your lips.
You don't like it? He's like, can I tell you something? Man to man?
Let me get away from the camera.
Stop. I really wish it wouldn't have happened so late, but I guess this is...
You have to go through that learning curve.
No, I mean, not asking for pity or anything, but like I grew up my whole teenage years and my whole adult life without any kind of a guiding hand, so it's not like I had a fucking clue where I was going.
It's understandable, man.
I've just been learning things as I go along, and
same here. I mean, even though I had my parents, but I couldn't tell them everything I was going through.
no,
Especially being in a Mexican family, they fucking just make fun of you.
yeah, I don't
They
even
laugh
know.
at you. Couldn't tell them everything.
Nope.
Now I tell them everything because now it's like, okay, whatever, you know, but
Hmm.
couldn't tell them all the stuff I was doing or all the stuff I was going through.
Do you ever feel like because of everything that your dad accomplished and like all the citizenship shit, like do you ever feel like what you might have had going on at that moment just probably wasn't worth fucking even talking about because of everything that he's done and seen?
No.
Yeah, he never made you feel like that?
No, they never made.
That's good.
I mean, now you know, sometimes I feel like they wanted me to do more,
Mm-hmm.
but you realize now too, you know, like working a 9 to 5, you know, sometimes it's where I got tired of working at 9 to 5s with companies and stuff, but yeah, they just want me to be at a better position in life, and I understand, you know, it's my parents, you know, but and I told them I'll get there, you know, my road's a little bit different than theirs. They had a little bit, you know, they didn't have all the crazy shit that happened in our world right now, you know, when they were, you know, coming up. But like I said, my road's a little different.
Mm-hmm.
Got a little bit more bumps here and there. But like I said, I'll get there. I'm gonna get there. It's just my road's a little bit more, like I said, That's a little more curved, you know. So I gotta put that better suspension. You know?
Yeah, the world is. I don't know, man. I was gonna say the world's pretty chaotic right now, but from everything that I've gathered, anybody that's seen past chapters kind of just says the shit just doesn't. It like they've all told me like this is nothing new. The world has always been chaotic. It's just a matter of how or when you
That's
see
because
it.
we see it more often now. We
Yeah.
see it more. There's because we have social media.
Oh, we're definitely fed
We're
the
seeing
shit.
everything, man.
Yeah, it's
you
thick.
see everything. You know, it's you see what's going on in Africa. You see what's going on in Europe. You see what's going on in England. You know,
Yeah.
in New York with the stuff. With
It's
the
fucking
mayor.
thick, dude. We're in this that swamp of it, you know.
Yeah, I mean, all I can say I guess just bring it. You know, like. Shit,
But,
if
yeah.
shit hits the fan, I mean, we have to defend ourselves. You know.
I'm not. There's no alternative for me making progress. Like there's no. The other side of me not making progress doesn't exist. So I'm just gonna keep trucking.
Literally.
That's
man.
all I know how to do. So
You know, when it comes down to making money and stuff like that, you know, something that I learned is, and I've met some people in my world of insurance, and I met people in real estate and different types of businesses, right?
mhm.
There is some very, very not smart people out there. They're making a lot of money, but they figure out what that works for them.
Yeah.
We just have to figure out what works for us
Mhm.
to get to where we want to be at. You know, maybe you're going through this rough patch right now because you have to get better and you have to get better now because that version of yourself you see in the future requires you to go through the shit right now
Mhm.
to be able to handle the shit that you're gonna have to go through when you get older. You know.
That's funny because one of my friends just said these are learning curves into bettering ourselves. You guys.
See, so you have to go through all this shit right now, and to get to when you're gonna get to that other person.
Yeah.
And I feel the same way for myself. There's a reason why the first time I lost 100 pounds, I didn't stay there,
Mhm.
and I went up and down, and then I lost 150 pounds. And there's a reason why I didn't stay there, because maybe I wasn't responsible. It's like I always think about Spider-Man. With great power comes great responsibility.
Yep.
Maybe I wasn't mature enough to have that body that was in, because I will tell you, I was getting a whole lot of attention.
Yeah. It's powerful, man.
I was not used to it.
It's powerful to
then
to somebody.
and the crazy part is that I was getting attention not from just the opposite sex, but I was getting attention I was getting more phone calls from friends that I haven't talked to in a long time, just
Mhm.
because I looked different, you know.
Yeah.
You know, then I was getting invited to more places, and hey, come out here, bro, come out here.
You
And,
notice when it starts happening, you can
Oh, yeah, I
you can
noticed
notice it. Yeah.
But I tell myself, I know I wasn't responsible, I wasn't mature enough yet for that.
hmm
I feel now I am, because I've gone through a little bit more rough things. I've experienced some, and I say bad stuff, but I experienced some stuff, you know.
No, I like it. You said it perfectly, man. It's great responsibility, and I know that sounds ridiculous because we're talking about physical fitness, but I think
Everybody right now, everybody's going through it, man.
I think any man that is willing to think about it for a second would probably agree with us.
Yeah.
You know what
and
I mean?
especially if somebody's never, I mean, like I've always been a big dude.
Yeah.
You know, even as a kid. And, you know, me wanting to have a girlfriend I was in middle school and then getting rejected, you know, and then growing up and then getting your first girlfriend and then you start getting that little bit of attention.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, okay. But then you do a complete transformation, and when you walk into a room and people kind
A
of
little bit closer.
look at you and it's like, oh damn, who's this guy? You know,
Yeah, yeah,
it's different,
yeah.
right?
Attention can be powerful,
Oh yeah.
and
So
that can be a negative thing.
yeah, and that's why you know,
That's
and
what you're saying.
I wasn't proud. I mean, I messaged some people back then, and you wanted to meet up with people like that, and whatever happened. Never took it any further, like any physical contact or anything like that. But it was a lot of. I'm not used to this type of you know, what's it called, attention. You know, so I feel like I wasn't ready.
Dude, I came to the realization over the last year, like, and it sounds funny to say, but like, I didn't have like any typical drug problems or anything like that.
Oh yeah, me either.
But my fucking drug when I discovered it, dude, was Power and Popular. I was the popular one with a house. When I was smaller, I was better looking and more in shape. You know, I took that power that we're talking about, and when I was younger, not being fucking ready to have all that shit, and not knowing how to mitigate that fucking kind of responsibility, I for sure abused the fuck out of it for a long time. And it was literally, it's the same thing you talk about when people that talk about having so much money and they're still lonely.
Yeah.
It's the same because I watched crowds and crowds and crowds walk in, walk out, use me, walk out, use me, walk out, and for everything. You fucking can name it, and I can tell you that somebody used me for it. And it's just because I had stuff, and I had, you know, all this fucking... And that was my drug. That was my fucking drug, man, and it was bad. And that's why it had to thin out. I had to. Otherwise, shit was never going to change. And
Were you that friend and like, hey, you need help? I'll help you out.
Oh, I'm there for everybody. I'm there for everybody. And when... And all those everybody's were never for me. Never for me.
I feel you on that one.
And again, not pity. I don't give I don't give a shit about that. That's not. But I'll still to this day give anybody a shirt off my back, and there's a lot of people that'll give me a lot of shit for it. Like, you're too fucking nice. You're too fucking nice.
You gotta be a good guy.
It's thinned out now.
You know the difference?
I kind of,
You know the difference?
Just because I'm a bad guy?
No.
Oh.
A good guy between a good guy and a nice guy.
Oh.
A nice guy is the yes.
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
yes. The good guy is, you think about it. Nah, sorry, I can't help you.
I've learned how to dictate kind of what I should be concerned with and what I shouldn't. And then I've also developed this weird fucking mentality of if I do choose to be a positive place in your life or a positive point or help you in this positive moment, then I did right by myself. What you do with it, whether that's good or bad to me, is not my concern. I did right by me. You know, does that make sense?
Yeah.
And that can be really detrimental. That's a dangerous thing to do, but that's how I feel like I should be. Like, I'm going to make good choices, and if that positively impacts you and you choose to stab me in the back with that, it's on you, dog.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
But that's only because I've thinned out all the bullshit, you know, and I've learned when I need to be concerned. I still try.
Yeah.
Sometimes I still get bit in the ass, but I don't really care anymore. See, there's that bullshit. I do care. I'm lying to you.
It's just a big teddy bear.
I am a big teddy bear, man.
Yeah, man, it's like I said, learning experience, learning curves, you know, and maybe you didn't really think about it back then, but now you're getting to that age where, like, who do I want in my corner, you know?
It is nice now that we have a little bit more control over our fucking brain.
Right?
Getting older, you start learning.
I feel like I was an Einstein, dude.
Yeah. Instead of when we were younger, we were just fucking running around with that little pink thing hanging out.
I was getting out of hand.
Not great.
But no, man. I mean, like I said, like I told you in the past, man. If you ever need somebody to talk to,
Yeah.
you know, I'm here. Like I said, I don't really go to bars or anything like that, but eventually, once in a while, you do. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you know, depends where exactly. I don't like going to the hood anymore. I don't feel like,
Try not to.
you know, and I don't want to get you know, ambushed from, you know, just because I'm wearing the wrong color or something. But no, man. Like I said, even if it's just fucking hanging out, you know.
Yeah, it's hard to find people who are emotionally intelligent, and I feel like we were talking about earlier, like that is something that I really crave in my life. And I'm not just talking about relationships. I'm talking about on any level, man. I really fucking crave like emotional intelligence.
It's good to have friends in different circles.
Yeah,
You know?
intellectual ability, and I use that loosely, but that shit is something that I like really crave. Like, dare I say, and this is like the most fucked up way I could put this, but like useful people in my life.
You want to learn.
That's the most fucked up way I can put that, and I don't mean it the way it sounds, but
You're trying to level up in life.
my like-minded folk, you know, people. I want to be a good impact in your life as much as I want you to be a good one in
Yeah.
mine. You know, and there's power in numbers.
If I have information that's gonna help you out,
Right.
I'm gonna give it to you.
Yeah. Try to be
You
as
know?
as good to everybody as you can, and not everybody's about that.
Exactly. I mean, you're gonna try to help people out, and the people are not gonna listen to you. You know.
Yep.
You know, I had friends that are younger than me. I try to help them out, give them some advice, and they're like, "Oh, I know what I'm doing. All right, cool."
Yep.
You know.
Well, you're gonna hear these words when you fucking realize that you don't know what you're
You're
doing.
like, oh shit, this guy was actually trying to help me, but I decided, F him and forget what he's saying because he doesn't know what he's talking about. Eventually you're gonna learn. Oh yeah, he was right.
Yep.
So, but life is a roller coaster, man.
It is, and it's having conversations like that. I kind of almost like try not to because there's definitely a part in me that realizes when somebody is not developed enough to understand. It's just simple as they haven't seen enough life to understand what the fuck it is that I'm saying. So I try not to be that old guy sometimes, but sometimes I do.
Like I said, it's having friends in different circles where you know which friends to go to.
That's an important thing, man. You keep saying that, and I didn't hear it until just now, but like, the people that you can say what you want to say to.
I have friends who are 10 years older, 20 years older than me.
Mm.
Some guys in their 60s, they're retired,
Mm-hmm.
and I talk to them and ask for their advice.
Mm-hmm.
And I have some younger guys that are a little bit smarter, on certain things, and I ask them for advice. I always come with my ears open to learn something new, even though you're younger or older than me.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't see that, like especially like for me in the insurance world, a lot of times there's people that come in with big ego and don't want to learn anything new because they know everything, but also I go as who I'm going to learn from today, right? There's always something new to learn.
The first time I ever heard, and this was like years ago when I first started listening to Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
The first
Oh,
time.
Joe Biden?
It's fucking goddamn! It almost derailed me. Trying to get me canceled. The very first time I heard him say, he goes, "I'm not married to any of my thoughts." I was like, "What the fuck did you just say?"
I think I've seen that.
And I'm not married to any of my thoughts. If you have information that's useful that can teach me more, then teach me. And I'm like, that's a fucking incredible way to look at life. Like anything, you go into any circumstance with that kind of thought. I'm not married. If you have more information than I do, then please, by all means, I would love to be proved wrong on fucking anything. Why? Because now I know better. And I was like, ever since I heard that, I tried to train myself to be that
actually,
way.
with him, I've seen it lately. Because I remember in the past, he didn't really talk a lot about religion, a lot about God or anything
No,
like that.
he's working on it.
Bro, now he's like,
But he's doing it to learn. Because people used to come to him and he never knew anything. So guess what he fucking did? He learned. He put himself in those shoes. And I admire that so much. So many people hate on him, dude. But
those are the people that hate on people because they know everything.
the lengths that he goes to make sure that he's educated in what he's talking
Yeah,
about.
if he has somebody, like say, if I go on there and I have a book, he's going to read my book. He wants to
fucking incredible, dude.
Yeah.
And that's, I find that to be an amazing attribute.
You got to listen to my CEO, Petra David.
I need to because
He's like that too. He's like Joe Rogan, literally.
Really?
But Iranian version of him.
I wouldn't be surprised if he was on fucking Joe soon.
He's been in there, I think, twice.
Oh, never mind.
He's been on it twice. But he has that mentality too, bro. Like, it makes you think about different things,
I like it.
But we need men like that,
I think if you go into any conversation thinking what I know is right, any circumstance, I automatically do that. It shuts me off. It shuts me off quick because I don't have any. What are we gonna talk about? When people, you ever talk to somebody and they just tell you no?
Yeah.
They shut you down because they know, and I'm like, oh. I just stop because I'm like, I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
Well, so I guess this conversation is just done. And there's a lot of people that do that shit, and I will tell you, man, that shit kind of gets me angry sometimes. I can't stand when people just shut you down like that. You, me.
Yeah.
It's a pet peeve of mine, but working on that.
Yeah, there's a lot of people like that, man.
Woosah.
Usa.
Woosah. But, yeah, anyway. I think it's a good place to let this one go.
How long have you been on it?
Almost an hour. Not bad. There'll be a point in time where we can go longer than an hour. I just gotta fucking dial this in.
No, you're fine.
4 years in, still ain't dialed it in. 4?
You're learning.
How long has it been?
Stop beating yourself up about it. You're learning.
Well, if things go the way they do, hopefully I'll have a little bit more time to dedicate to this and put some more effort into it.
I'm working on a little side thing with a friend.
Good.
Hopefully that works out. If that works out, should be good.
But
Could be opportunities for other people too
Oh.
to make some money.
I like it.
So
All right, brother. Well, I appreciate you coming in again.
anytime, man.
Yep. And we'll be back soon. We gotta do this more because we've been slacking.
Yeah, let me know when, man. I'm here.
Copy that. Bye.